All right, guys, here we're talking about The Good Place, Season 2, Episode 7. The show seems to be, like, winding a little bit for me. Where, like, it's not popping as hard as it used to be. I used to really look forward to watching this show. And, like, now, not that it's a chore, but it's not as fun for me.
No, I think this is pain, right? Because people talk about this show, and they're like, oh, there's a twist. It's so good, or whatever. And I feel like, I don't know, looking back, I think that might have been a major, like, bump in the road for the show. And, like, they could have had that twist, but then still made it, like, better anyway, or whatever.
Well, I'm thinking that as we get to the near end of this season, like maybe the last 2 episodes, 3 episodes, we'll see, like, another jump to go into a different thing. Because in order to keep it fresh, something else has to happen.
They will either change...
even the ending of this episode makes you believe something drastic has to happen. Maybe Michael kills that guy. Who knows?
Okay.
Something has to happen. But what I'm saying is, like, it feels a little bit old hat. Like, some of these jokes, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's funny. He's really dumb. I get it.
Oh, right.
Okay, she's a bad person. Oh, Michael doesn't understand or whatever.
I continuously, every time I watch one of these episodes, I think about that comment somebody left for us that said, like, oh, you don't like Jason now, but you will eat your words. You will rue the day that you said Jason Mendoza is a bad character. I'm like, no, he's awful. He's literally awful.
Let us know in those comments below if we've got to that point where we should be loving him or if it hasn't happened yet. Very curious.
I wrote something. Okay. For some reason, I like this type of humor. I think when he does his wedding vows and at the end he goes pew 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 pew. I liked that because the way that it was played so flat and it just cuts to her and then she gives her vows or whatever, something about it or whatever. But no, like a lot of what they're trying to do with him and like the lines they're trying to do and like I don't want to say humanize him or something like that, but they're trying to steer the character in this direction where it's like. Yeah. Oh, okay. I guess he's like...
He's the sweet idiot with the heart of gold.
Yeah, I guess he's impossibly dumb, but he is a good person. Maybe he's not in a bad place, too. Like, the least interesting. And Eleanor, who I thought was really interesting, is now less interesting than she was before the reset. And by extension, Chidi is fine. He's Chidi, but he's like
Chidi's
less
or
whatever.
Such a side character now.
Yeah.
Like, so Chidi, I need you to say 7 words. Perfect. I got 7 words.
Yeah.
And like that's
I'm
about
leaving
it.
now, and
even Eleanor's barely.
It's like
anymore.
much more about Michael, and I liked it. And like maybe we're just in like a little thing.
We're in a pocket, presumably.
We're in a pocket. But yeah, no, it's not. No, I'm not as into it.
No, it just feels used like it's the same trick over and over again. And I'm hoping that the spin, the twist, whatever happens here with Michael's boss is going to breathe new life into this show for me. Because I want to like it. I like the people in it. It's just they're not really delivering on the things that I would want.
And it was so good that I'm shocked at how much. I feel the exact same way. So I'm so glad you said it first. So I can just say, yeah, exactly, instead of being like, I have bad news. Because I was afraid you'd be like, oh, this part was funny and that's cool. And then this is happening and that's not happening. Just like lay it out. And then I'd be like, all right, but I feel, yeah.
Yeah, it's just not
because like
the same spark we once had.
We got all the way to resolution with the whole thing of like Janet and her issues and all that stuff.
And we lost Jason Mantzoukas is gone now, or he's in the void. He come back.
So I thought you might say that because I was like, he's joining the show, and you're like, he'll be gone very soon. And I'm like, but like the way they got rid of him, I think he might make because even the guy with the fancy boots in like Chidi's
you saw him again.
He shows up now and then, so like it feels like the kind of show that doesn't just throw someone in to not want to tap them again. And the fact that he's in a steamer trunk in the corner of an endless void makes me go like, okay, it's probably coming back or whatever. And he had a few things, similar to the pew pew pew. He has a few things. I don't like him talking to plants and doing dumb stuff like that, but there's a few parts where I'm like, that's funny. Yes, you're a funny man. Good job.
Yeah, he puts interesting inflection on words.
Yeah, like good timing.
I would be okay if he never came back, though.
Yeah, they didn't really develop him that
I like him, but I don't necessarily need another idiot on the thing.
Right. You can't insert an even more childlike idiot and then simultaneously try to lift up Jason into a thing.
Well, you always have to have an idiot, so if they were to
There's a quota.
Yeah, if they were to make Jason smarter, they could bring him right back in. But even then, I just need more endless shrimp. I need that machine.
This is it right here. Oh, this is so good.
What was the white sauce again?
It's white chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
It's awful. Do not eat that. It's just like, like it's so good. Dumb shit like that. The show should have more shit. I don't know, right? There's a whole
No,
section.
when they're nailing
Yeah.
it, they're really nailing it. It's
Big
just that
time.
lately, particularly, there seems to be a good lull between moments that I'm like, ah.
Yeah, like I haven't had a moment like when they had what show is he on? He's not on The Office. Parks and Rec guy was like the bad place
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, Adam Scott.
Is that his name?
I believe so.
Fucking first name guy. There's a scene when they're out to dinner, I think, and like they're talking about him. You don't want to be stuck here with him, and it cuts wide at like the dinner table, and he is clipping his like toenails at at the table, and just like moments like that make me like laugh or whatever. I haven't had quite that sort of thing.
The experience has changed a bit.
And those are so cheap to like put in. I don't know.
Yeah, but like everything when done well looks like it's cheap and easy,
Yeah.
but oh, it's a pain. You know how long it took to get the right angle on cutting those nails?
Yep.
Forever.
My dudes kind of jump around the room and stuff, so keep your mouth shut. Yeah, when Jason Manzuk is getting put into his space coffin, he's like, goodbye, mommy girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I'm like, oh my god, like I like that sort of thing. The show shouldn't be just that. I like having Michael and like the ethics and all the different stuff happening.
Yeah.
But there was even a line here, like that part has to be airtight. You have to lay that out and make sure that you stick to it. And Chidi says something like, well, yeah, but if we do bad things, then we go to the bad place. Even though they've already established that like your point total stops changing, assuming all of that's real, like your point total stops changing after death and you can't do anything. To like
Pretty
adjust
much.
it or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? So it's such like a weird thing to put in there where I'm like, wait. So like you had Eleanor holding the door for people and like changing her points, but that was like a special case. I don't think the good place or the bad place cares about your post-death point total or whatever, right? So
didn't they? I could be remembering wrong, but didn't they not even care about Eleanor's? Like, wasn't that just a joke?
Oh, what do you mean?
Like when they were trying to change her score by holding the door, like didn't.
Well, her total didn't change, but then it did change because she was running away. It was this whole thing.
Yes,
but
it didn't change because it was all for selfish purposes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But then, yes, but then it finally did change or something. But Michael had laid out like, well, the points after death don't even matter or something like that. I don't know. It feels like a thing. Like Chidi in this episode has a line about how well we can't lie though because then we'll go to the bad place. And I'm like, you are literally fugitives from the bad place now. Yeah. What are you like? It felt like such a weird. We have to explain why we're doing it this way and not that way, and the show doesn't usually care about that. But you don't shove it in my face that there's a weird explanation. Oof, I'm very down on this show. I'm very depressed now.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I give a potential for that next episode. I do think that the next episode might spark it back up because you're going to see Michael in prime backpedaling. Because it looks like he has a folder from every reset or something in front of him.
Oh, there was an 800 folder.
Yeah, I'm like, it wasn't 800, but it was a good amount. And
he's got a fat stack, and like that kind of looked like the stuff that Vicky was like opening and like looking at and saying, I have all this documented or whatever. Yeah.
I wonder. Well, yeah, I don't have anything positive to say about the episode.
Damn.
Because I'm like, oh, what? Tahani tries to marry Jason? Whoop-de-doo. Don't really care.
Didn't they get married or no? Oh, no, they didn't.
It fell through. It fell through.
They had a ceremony, but yeah. Okay, man. By the beach. I liked that Derek's, resetting platform was like made of like junk and crap, and like Janet's is like a nice pristine like pedestal or whatever.
Yeah,
that's all I got. No, I've said some other positive stuff. It was like fine, but this is what I thought the show was gonna be. And earlier, I was so impressed that it was so much better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, no, that first season was very strong.
Yeah, and it like the twists and turns, not even like the big twist, but like the directions that it went in were so interesting and all that stuff. So I do agree there is time for this to do something interesting too.
Yeah, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we're going to ride out this season and end positively to lead into our next season of hopefully just a good season.
Yeah. I forget how many episodes are in a season on this show.
14 or something?
Somewhere in the teens. We just had 7. We're about halfway through, so the fact that there's a lull is maybe not a big deal.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's our thoughts on this. Let us know in the comments about what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.